So now that I've actually gotten this guy all set up, we're gonna be doing our first ice cream use. So if you've not watched yet, I just did the full unboxing and initial setup of this GSEICE soft serve ice cream machine. This is the 7-inch version with the touch panel. I'll be honest, quality. So we're gonna actually use this thing for the first time. I've never used soft serve ice cream machines ever in my life. So this is gonna be a really good testament to see how well I can actually do, or maybe how well this machine can make me look. So I'm hoping that it works out as good as it is. That said, let's get started. Hey folks, welcome back to GeekSmart, and like I said, today we are doing the first use on the GSEICE soft serve ice cream machine. This is their single flavor model, so just a one pull. It's going to be great for, I'm sure they say it's for businesses, but really good for home use because it's not a huge gargantuan machine, and hopefully it works as good as it seems like it's going to. Now I'm going to actually be using this. This is Prairie Farms vanilla soft serve ice cream mix. It actually is true ice cream with a 15% fat content, and this is just available at my local stores. I'm sure, you know, they didn't have this in the store. I actually had to call the store and had them order it. But if you're looking to do one of these, check with your local grocer. If they don't have it on the shelf, ask them to see what they can get for ice cream. Just go to the dairy and ask for the manager of the dairy section. That's where you'll be able to get this stuff. So what we're going to do now is we're going to essentially pour this into the hopper, basically empty it into the hopper. Then we're gonna put on the stirring rod, or we're probably gonna let it filter down. Once it's done filtering down, put it in the puffer, and then we're gonna pull out any air that's in here until ice, just straight mix comes out, pour it back into the hopper, and get this thing freezing. Okay, so step one, I'm just gonna pour this guy into the hopper. If I can open the darn thing. Old school cartons, you know. I do have this closed. It's not open, so it is closed. There's probably a little bit of water in the machine yet, but it's water. It's not gonna hurt anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in here. Okay. Bubble away there, buddy, bubble away. Now we wanna make sure that the hopper doesn't have any air. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull with a container below, because we're gonna add this back to the hopper. There we go. Now it's just straight mix in there. Put more back in the hopper here. And I am going to put the stirring rod on real quick and then hit the freeze button. Let it start. Now I do have this air puffer, which has 3 different hole settings. I'm gonna try the center one, the middle hole, and I'm gonna put this back down in the hole, just like so, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So you can see, I just, you know, you kind of know where the hole is, and then you just kind of jam it down in there. And so essentially we're on the middle setting here. That's what this tooth means on this arrow. And then we're just gonna wait. I think it's probably gonna be 10-15 minutes until this is ready to go. So I don't have a whole ton of ice cream mix in here, so that stirrer is actually not doing a whole lot of anything back there, but that's all right, doesn't need to. It's probably best practice to throw the lid on. Might help get it colder faster, I guess, maybe. It's making some different noises, but that stirring piece doesn't stay on constantly. It stirs for a little bit, then turns off, then it stirs for a little bit, and then it turns off. So if you're noticing that, that is, I guess, normal. So it's been like 6 minutes or so, and you can see everything's still working, but this is telling us what's the temperature of the hopper. It's set at 15 degrees Celsius, hopper temp. And then we have the cylinder temp where the actual ice cream is being frozen. Right, I just dropped down to -2 degrees Celsius, and that's where that's happening. And but we'll just continue to wait to see how she ends up in the end. It's funny that it's the date and time is not terribly off. It's only off by a day, but it's not a big deal. So the other thing to keep in mind is this shape rate down here. That is what we need to wait until it gets up to 99%. So it kind of hovered in those 60s for a while, but now it's actually bouncing up faster and faster because it's freezing better. So we'll just keep waiting for it to be ready. You know, the funny thing is I didn't even pay attention or notice that as this is increasing, the ice cream cone is getting taller. That's kind of cool. So it's been about 11, maybe 12 minutes. I should have started the timer when this thing went off, but I noticed what time it was on my watch. And now we're at that magic 99%. And we're supposed to hit this, hold on. Down here, there's a reset button. We're supposed to hit that. So that way it stays freezing while we're using it. Okay, I don't have cones. Funny that I forgot to grab cones, but let's see what she's like. I suck at this. But that is some ice cream. More than anything, what does it taste like? Oh, it's firm. Very cold. You can almost knock it down a little bit for how cold it is. This is very, very firm. Well, that tells me that it's getting cold. So you could reduce the hardness a little bit of the ice cream, have it a little bit softer if you like it that way. That's awesome. And of course the flavor is going to depend on the ice cream that you choose. This specific one is by Prairie Farms, which is available from my grocer. It's cold. That was super easy too. So after it got back to 100% and I wasn't pulling anything out of it, this screen came up, started with a 5, and it's been going down from 5, 4, and now 3. And I'm wondering if it, and right now you can just hear the stirring rod up there. But I'm sure that it's nice and cold in there, so it's not needing to run, but we'll, I'm just gonna let it run down and see what happens. So that's a yes. Once it goes through those countdown 5 minutes, I guess, kicks on automatically to get it back up to temperature. That's pretty smart. And to be honest, more than anything else, you can hit this reset button right here. So before you actually start pulling ice cream again, and if it's in that countdown screen, all you do is hit this reset button and then it'll kick back on again and then you're good to go. Okay, so we've already pulled out, I would say, at least 4 servings worth. Now we're gonna pull out the rest so I can actually do the first cleaning of the machine. So I'm just gonna hit the button here to get it starting to go again. And now we're reaching the end. Yep, sounds like that's about it. So I'm gonna hit the pause button there in the center, and I'm gonna get some hot water so we can flush this guy out. I just wanna say, stop right here before you start the cleaning process. Now that all the ice cream's out, take the machine apart, get the rest of the ice cream out. You'll see what I mess up, and I'll show you exactly what I did. I just went right into cleaning, and of course I lost a whole bunch of ice cream in the process. Okay, so I'm gonna take the top off, and I'm gonna throw in some hot or warm water. It's not hot so much. I have the handle up, so we're not leaking anything anywhere. And I am going to hit the wash cycle. So now that that's nice warm water, it's gonna now melt anything and get everything ready in the tube here. I'm gonna let that go for like 3 to 5 minutes and just stir up. At the same time, I will say that I am gonna remove this guy right here, the puffer, so that comes off. It's only been a minute or two, but I'm just gonna pull a little bit of it through and see if it comes through. It's not coming through yet, so it's definitely still frozen. There we go. Just takes a little time. I'm gonna have to probably get rid of it because the rest of the ice cream's in there too. Yeah, there was still, I mean, I could have probably taken the machine apart and pulled the ice cream. That probably would have been a smart thing to do. So that is a live and learn item right there. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of soapy water, I just put a little bit of soap in it, set it up decently. But I'd rather have something go through the machine that's gonna clean it at least a little bit. And so now I'm just gonna do this, but then I'm gonna do probably another 2 or probably 3 or 4 just clean water. I got a lot cleaner water now. I'm gonna do one more at least. And this is now coming out fairly clear. So I feel comfortable with that now. And I'm gonna take it apart anyway. And pause. Just wanted to show you what it looks like up here. You can see that we have the splashings on there yet. I'll clean that personally, but everything else is nice and clean. And then let's take a peek at the inside. Now here's where I messed up, like I said before. After I was done, I poured all the ice cream out and I turned the machine off. That's when I actually should have removed this, pulled the mechanism out, and scooped the rest of that ice cream off. That's where I messed up. So, yeah, don't do that. Otherwise, let's open it up. Now, of course, I can remove the handle. Maybe that's a smart thing to do. Get the handle off quick. That doesn't really need cleaning so much because it's not dirty. Probably should turn this machine off. That way it's not gonna try to bite me. And there we go. That's why we have that drip tray, right? So obviously this is what we were cleaning, getting all this cleaned off, letting it do its thing. But this is where a whole bunch of ice cream would have been that wouldn't have been able to come out because it couldn't push it all out. So this is where we could have taken a spoon and scooped all this stuff off. Probably gotten another 3 or 4 servings out of here maybe. So that is something that is useful to know. So the nice thing is I can get my hand in here and just kind of dry it out, clean it out real quick. Just have a couple paper towels in my hand on this one. But clean it out real good. Of course, the drip tray is going to come out and get washed. Okay, so that is my first use of GSEICE's soft serve ice cream machine, the single serving model or the single flavor model, with the 7-inch touch panel. Look, I was impressed when I actually took it apart, or I shouldn't say took it apart, when I unboxed it and I was putting it together, but taking it apart and checking all the pieces out. I am impressed by the quality of this machine. It is really, really, really well built. The touch panel, the menus are easily to understand. They're well laid out. It was easy to operate. It was easy to clean. I didn't mess it up, and I've never done this before. I've never worked in the food industry with ice cream machines at all. What do I give this so far? This is not a review, but I am super impressed by this thing. I used a premix from a dairy that is designed for soft serve ice cream machines. You just pour it in and go. It's not a mix at all. There are dry mixes that you can mix with water or milk, I guess, and you can choose what to do. Eventually, I'll test one of those out as well, but from the get-go, the quality of the ice cream that I got of it was top-notch, but it was real ice cream. So it was from a dairy. So I am really impressed by this machine so far. Like I said, not a review, and I will have a full review on my TechGooch channel. But the initial thoughts, GSEICE, you did an awesome job with this machine. Now, I watched a whole bunch of other videos on other machines, which I really questioned the quality of the machines when I was watching them. I've read a lot of reviews on various things. This one hasn't had anything bad in its review circuit too much from the text reviews, but I haven't seen any video reviews of this specific machine at all. I've seen some videos of the 5-inch screen model, which is the model below this, doesn't have all the upgrades that this specific machine has. And if you're interested in the upgrades, there's quite a few. They do quite a few upgrades from the lower class machine to this one. I'm sure the lower one is just fine for home use. In all reality, you could save some money, but I really wanted the upgraded steel component on the inside. There's several things that I wanted, and the touch panel looks like it's really nicely laid out. So far, I'm impressed. Now, I will fully go into this with a full review, so keep tuned for that. But as of right now, super, super happy. If you want to watch the unboxing video, that was first unboxing and getting it all set up ready for the first go. You get to see all the parts that I pulled out when we disassembled it for cleaning, but at least you'll see how everything kind of goes back together in that video. Otherwise, please give it a thumbs up, put this in the feed, because people need to see this machine. This machine is awesome. If you're looking for a small soft serve ice cream machine, you know, there are 2 flavor models with the mixer in the middle so you can get the swirl cones, and I was really close to looking at one of those. However, the downside to it is if you're going to use those machines, and I'm not talking about the really, really, really expensive ones, but just the standard ones you're going to find on Amazon and such, you have to use both sides every single time. So the cleanup process is a lot more ice cream that you're obviously gonna have to make at each location or each time. So I gave that up and I was really focusing on the single flavors to start, because this is something that's not only usable at a graduation party, a wedding, a birthday party, lots of options to use this thing. But secondly, I can use this for home. Like, just, it took 15 minutes for once I have it, you know, I have it all cleaned up, ready to go. You throw in your ice cream mix, you turn it on, 15 minutes later, you're pumping ice cream. So that's a shorter amount of time than if I was to get in the car, drive to the local Dairy Queen or whichever, wait in line to get my ice cream, and then come all the way back, and I'm gonna save money in the process. Now, of course, out of the pocket, out of the gate, you have this big machine, but it's convenience, and this is gonna last a long time. So it's up to you. The big thing about it is I'm super impressed by it so far. I'm gonna put links in the description, check out my unboxing video, and eventually I will have a full review. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Catch you back here on GeekSmart for a future video install. See you again soon.